that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on prepositions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. So we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. We're doing grade 1. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of prepositions. All right. So our chapter is prepositions. Our subject is English Language Arts. We're doing grade 1. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of prepositions is to select the best preposition to match the picture. And we're going to select the best preposition to complete the sentence. All right. So when it comes to prepositions, so if we have words that basically tell us where something is or where something happens, so some of our words that will tell us where is something, or they will tell us where something happens, we call those prepositions. And if we look at examples, right, of prepositions or of sentences where we will be able to identify our prepositions that will tell us either where something is or where something happens. And if we look at an example, it says, the cat is under the bed. So the cat is under the bed. And if we were to identify our preposition, remember we said a preposition, it basically tells us where something is, or it tells us where something happens. So if we say the cat is under the bed, so now we need to ask ourselves, where is the cat? Or where is it happening? And if we say the cat is under the bed, then we can say under is our preposition that tells us where the cat is. So under is the preposition that tells us where the cat is. If you look at another example, it says, she jumps on the bed. She jumps on the bed. And if we were to identify our preposition within that sentence that either tells us where something is or where something happens, then we can say, she jumps on the bed. So on is our preposition that tells us where something happens. And if we were to look at a few examples, right, of prepositions, few examples of prepositions are words like above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. Those are a few examples of prepositions. Yes, on is correct. So that is but a few examples of prepositions. And we say the cat is under the bed, so under is a preposition. She jumps on the bed, so on is a preposition. It basically tells us either where something is or where it happens. And if we look at more examples, right? If we think of more like sentence examples of prepositions, and then we can say, let's look at the first one. It says, the cat naps on the pillow. If we look at that sentence, it says the cat naps on the pillow. Then what is our preposition within that sentence? The cat naps on the pillow. If we have our pillow, and then we have our cat. So if it says the cat naps on the pillow, then what is our preposition within that sentence? And if we were to identify our preposition within the sentence, if you look at the sentence, which word tells us that it is a preposition? The cat naps on the pillow. So the word that's a preposition within that sentence. And if we were to identify our preposition within that sentence, and we can say it's on. So on is a preposition because it tells us where the cat naps, where something happens. Yes, well done. On is correct. Even if another one is, if we say my bag is under the table. So my bag is under the table. What is the preposition within that sentence? So my bag is under the table. What is the preposition within that sentence? We need to identify the preposition within that sentence. Is it my bag is under the table? Which one is our preposition? And if we were to identify our preposition, then yes, under, well done, tells us where the cat is. And if we look at one more sentence, yes, well done. Under is correct. It tells us where our bag is. And if we look at one more example, the flowers is in the flower pot. What is our preposition within this sentence? The flowers is in the flower pot. We need to identify our prepositions within that sentence. So the flowers is in the flower pot. What is our preposition? Where is the flowers? Because remember, we said our preposition, it tells where something is. So the flower is in the flower pot. We need to say where something is. So we can say the flower is in the flower pot. Yes, well done. So in is our preposition that tells us where the flowers are. Because the flowers is in the flower pot. And this is but a few examples, right, of prepositions. Because we say prepositions, it tells us either where something is or it tells us where something happens. And our common examples are above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, in, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. All right. So now we're going to A plus students.ca. we see that our preposition or prepositions is words that tells us where something is or where something happens, right? So now we're going to a+students.ca. All right, and we're going to select the best preposition to match the picture. All right, so we need to look at the pictures, right? And then we need to, for example, write down or identify the prepositions. So we need to select the best preposition to match the picture. If we look at this picture, right, it says the girl is the water. The girl is the water. What is the preposition within that sentence? Do we say the girl is, so do we say the girl is by the water? Or do we say the girl is in the water? Which one is correct? Do we say the girl is in the water or do we say the girl is by the water? Remember the question says, or the sentence says, the girl is the water. If we were to look where the girl is, and if we were to select the correct the correct sentence or the preposition within that sentence, and then we can say the girl is in the water. So by, oh yeah, no, sorry, it's not in. Sorry, it's not in. It is by. And the reason why we say it is by and not in, sorry, because here it says the girl is the water. Remember, here we have the water, right? There we have the water. And she's sitting on either the shore or something. So we can then just say that she is by the water, but she's not in the water, right? So by is correct. Yes, well done. The girl is by the water. So by is correct, not in. All right. Let's look at the next one. We need to say where the woman stands. The woman is the door. Do we say that the woman is and we can say that the woman is the door. Do we say the woman is behind the door? Or do we say the woman is in front of the door? So is the woman behind the door or in front of the door? Which one is correct? So we need to say, is the woman behind the door? Or do we say the woman is in front of the door? Which one is correct? In front of or behind? Behind or in front of? Yeah, we have another one, Musa. The woman is. Do we say the woman is behind the door? Or is she standing in front of the door? And if we were to select the preposition, then we can say that the woman is in front of. Because remember, she's basically just standing in front of the door. That's it. Yes, well done. In front of the door. So the woman is in front of the door. She's not standing behind the door, next to the door, but in front of the door. So we can then say that the woman is in front of the door. All right, and here we have in front of is correct. And lastly, okay, now let's not do lastly, let's go to our test. So now we're going to complete the sentence to match the picture. We need to select we're going to choose or select the prepositions to match the pictures. So do we say, if we look at the sentence, right? Do we say the cat is next to the pan? So do we say the cat is next to option one, the pan? Or do we say option two, the cat is under the pan? So we say the cat is next to, yes, well done, the pan. So next to the pan. Yes, well done. Next to is correct. We say that the girls is the water. We say the girl is by the water or in the water. So we can say the girl is by the water. Because remember, she's not in the water. She's sitting by the water, next to it. So we say by is correct. So the cow is the bushes. Do we say the cow is next to the bushes or under the bushes? The cow. Here we have a cow. Is the cow next to the bushes or under the bushes? All right. And if we were to look at, if that is our cat over, a cow over there. So now we need to once again say the cow is. Do we say the cow is next to the bushes? Or do we say the cow is under the bushes? Which one is correct? And if we were to select the correct one, so we can say the cow is next to the bushes, because that cow is not under the bushes. The cow is next to. Well done. All right. And once again, we said the woman is. Do we say in front of the door? Or do we say the woman is on the door? And we need to say if it's either in front of or if it's on. The woman is in work. Do we say she is in front of the door or do we say she's on the door? So if we were to identify, then we can say the woman is in front of the door, which is that little doctor or so on. She's in front of the door. And yes, in front of is correct. And if we were to select the sentence to match the picture, So we need to complete the sentence that matches the picture. Do we say that the paper airplane is inside the basket, or do we say it is above the basket? All right, and if we were to identify, then we can say the paper airplane is inside the basket. And if you look at this one, it says we need to complete the sentence that matches. The teacher is. So the paper airplane is, and we can say, yes, it is inside, not above, but inside of the basket. And if we look at the pictures, right, then it says the light is above the plants, or do we say the light is next to the plants? And if we look at this game or something that they are doing, then we can say the light is, do we say the light is above the plants? Or do we say that the light is next to the plants? So the plant, do we say it is above the plant or next to the plant? The light is where? And if we were to identify the correct preposition, then yes, we will say the light is above the plant. All right. So we're going to select the best preposition. Actually, nope. So this is now, remember we said a preposition, it is a word that either tells us where something is, or it is a word, a preposition that tells us where something happens. All right, so this is now the end of our lesson on prepositions. Thank you very much, grade 1, for joining the class. And I really hope that you are going to have a good day further. So, till next time, you must have a good day further. Goodbye.